Ignorance is the curse of God, and knowledge is the wings to climb to the heaven. And welcome to our epical music and entertainment channel. You are watching the program Special Talks with me Ram, and technically supporting me Anil. In this program, we talk with different personalities from education sector, and we try to relate their personal life with their education sector and education career. So today we have invited one of our guests. He is very hardworking, dynamic and cooperative person of Awasthi Niketan. He is +2 morning coordinator of Awasthi Niketan, and he is an English lecturer of Awasthi Multiple Campus. He is Mr. Narayan Awasthi. So let's talk with him, and let me welcome him in our program. So namaste.
Namaste and good morning.
And welcome to our epical music and entertainment channels.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, me too, fine, sir. How is your life and work running, sir?
It's going satisfactorily. And with my profession.
Where are you busy nowadays, sir? And how are you managing your time?
Okay, simply I'm not so busy, and I have been teaching there at Awasthi Niketan.
Okay, let's go back to your childhood, sir. Where were you born, sir?
Actually, regarding my childhood upbringing is purely from village. I belong to middle class family, and basically rural areas. And my so far my schooling is concerned, as a small kid I joined Sri Sigas secondary school,
So at that time when you were in childhood, sir, how did you spend your childhood, sir?
Simply we used to play with nature, and
because natural scenario are
were
available in childhood. In case of village, we can say.
In village there are, let's say, so many real things, real objects. We didn't let's say need any kind of charts and other scenarios to display. Actually we had such facilities that nature, let's say, had provided us.
We have a lot of memories of our childhood, which is enjoyable and which we always remember in present time. And do you have any kind of incident of your childhood which is become the memory of your life, sir? Which is your unforgettable memory of your childhood or moment of your childhood?
Such incidents, every person has such memorable events. However, I can't memorize that event, and so many events were there, and among those I till now remember, we used to go to school, and at that time, honestly speaking, we didn't have such thick clothes and such comfortable shoes in others, and there was frost, frost, and you see in winter season on the path when we were going to school, it was deposited, and when let's say we put our foot like this, then pricking those thorns. Say today those thorns prick us, tomorrow again those let's say thorns, that frost thorns.
That is storage in our permanent memory of our mind, we can say.
Yes, every winter that happened. And but in such difficult situation, we used to go to school.
So how was your family condition at that time, sir?
Very simple.
Ordinary.
Exactly. we say middle class,
Yeah.
but actually even in that agrarian society, we don't have such a middle class. We couldn't meet those middle class norms and values
Thank you
too.
for listening. I hope you're enjoying the music.
Such
Do me a
was the
favor and
condition.
give this video a thumbs up.
Okay, let's talk about your schooling, sir. You have initiated your schooling from your own village, sir, or you go in other places for your schooling?
No. I joined that Sri Sigas secondary school, and for 10 years I studied there. And from the same school, I passed my SLC.
SE.
At that time SLC.
That time
Nowadays
SLC, nowadays
SE.
it become SE.
Yes.
So
And-
what's about your higher education, sir? Why did you
Uh,
complete your higher education?
In 2054, I passed my SLC from that village school,
Yeah.
and after that, I joined IC in Siddhanath Science Campus, Mahinagar, in 2055. And after I have passed my IC from there, I joined Kailali campus in 2057, and literature, my interest also, and I joined BA, and then in 2060 again I joined Masters MA, and I reached Kathmandu at that time, and Central Department TU. From there, in 2062, I passed my
So
master's.
previously you were the science student, sir.
Yes, yes,
What is the
yes.
reasons of leaving science, sir? Why did you jump in B.Ed?
Very nice question. It was a kind of coincidence, and basically two factors were there. First one is economically, my family condition is not so satisfactory, and my personal view was that it is not good idea to give burden to my family for my education. First thing, and second thing is,
Hey everyone, thank you for listening.
it is my keen interest.
Literature.
Yeah, literature. Basically, I want to have knowledge of philosophy. After I have, let's say, I was in final years of IC, I started reading those exams, basically philosophy, and I was quite attracted towards philosophy too.
So don't you feel difficult in literature, sir? Because you are the students of science at the time in IC, you have completed your IC, then you joined your literature. Isn't there was quite difficulties in learning literature, sir? Because the sectors are different to each other.
Exactly. But what you assume is quite nice. Many of my friends also talked to me in that way at that time. But actually, I never felt such difficulties because
You have your keen interest in literature.
yes, I have interest, and another thing is
Hey everyone, thank you for listening. I hope you're
I
enjoying
didn't
the music. Do me a favor
feel any
and give this
problem
video a
Yeah.
thumbs up.
doing a kind of laboring,
Yeah.
because my schooling in comparison to that time was also satisfactory, and at that time I had kind of reading habit. That's why I managed that.
Okay, sir. I heard that you have completed your MA from TU. So, if you tell about your lifestyle at that time, being a student of TU, so what's about that one, sir? If you could tell about that you're living life while you are in KTM. How did you pass your life then?
Okay, student life itself is a little bit, let's say, little bit difficult, and so many problems. And while in Kathmandu, we have, let's say, problem of money. But I used to live at hostel,
Yeah.
that TU hostel. And if you talk about my life, it was quite simple. But it was simple, however, we were satisfied with the life. Because we didn't have such kind of very big dreams.
Yeah.
We used to live in those hostel rooms,
Yeah.
and we used to, let's say, study.
Yeah.
And
When and where did you start your teaching career in your life?
actually I started my teaching in 2057 from the same place, Dhangadi, and that was one of the private boarding schools, namely Cambridge, and I taught there for around 2 years, and after that I as a part-time teacher I worked in other schools too, and during my masters
Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the music.
I
Do me a
quit
favor
my
and give this
those part-time jobs, and I only focused on my study.
So what is the reasons of teaching as your profession of your lives
I don't have such absolute reason
for that?
for that. However, first thing is I belong to very simple family. I didn't have such big dreams, and I'm from villages too, and in the villages at that time people didn't have such big dreams. And another thing is, it was a kind of effect of surrounding, and generally we saw teachers around us, and teachers were at that time ideal person to us, and we used to imitate their lifestyle, and we used to imitate, let's say, their behaviors. And what we thought is, if we become such type of teachers, society would respect us, and we could serve the nation.
Yeah.
That was our thought.
Yeah, teachers' job was is taken as prestigious in the society, we can say.
Exactly. Nowadays, I don't claim for that. But in the past, when we were students, teachers' job was considered very respectable, and teachers' position at that time was quite, let's say, praiseworthy. However, there are problems, and if we consider,
If we talk about the context of nowadays, sir, did the same prestigious that teacher gain in our society, if we compare the past time and present time moment?
if we compare, it may be or it may not be,
Thank you for listening. I hope you
because
do me a favor and give this video
there is problem in
Be
teacher's
sure to
side,
subscribe.
and there is problem in student side also. And yes, good teachers are rewarded till now too. But national politics and teachers' attitude sometimes create problems.
Yes. If we take the example of foreign countries like India, the teachers are highly respected in their society and in their nations. And such things can we find in our Nepal country and in our society, in our community where we are living here.
Till now, we lack that culture. However, nowadays there are such feelings. Teachers should be given provided good facilities. Teachers should have environment for research. People or society is, let's say, changing nowadays, and teachers must remain updated, but teachers should get good facilities.
Okay, you have been involved in teaching career, teaching professions since many years. So what problems, what are the challenges for the teachers you have noticed in your life being a teacher, as a teacher?
Okay, basically, I have been, let's say, I have been teaching in private sectors. However, our present institution is public, that is Sarvajanik Mukhi. During my teaching career, I taught in government school for 2 years, basically in +2 level. Personally, what I feel is it is easy to work in private sectors, but it is little bit difficult working in government sectors.
Why this is so?
But it is a kind of, let's say, contradiction for many people.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening. I hope you
And
If we see the same things in different angles, sir,
yes,
people feel easy to teach in government school
Yes,
rather than
yes, yes.
private boarding school. Regarding the atmosphere of private schools, they have to do very labor that the environment is very strict in private boarding school. But the teachers of government school, they get a little bit freedom than the private school.
Really,
So how do you see these contradictions?
it is, let's say, actually in my life, same school from where I passed my SLC, I joined there as English teacher in 2063, and from 2063 to 65 I taught there, and actually that was very nice school. If we see its result and placement of the students who passed SLC from there, brilliant student the institution has produced. But when I started my teaching there, I didn't feel easy.
Hey everyone,
I don't know
I hope you enjoyed
uh,
the music. Do me a
why I
favor,
couldn't match
this
there.
video thumbs up.
It means
Also, be sure to subscribe.
I think for one kind of environment, but I didn't get combination of the factors there, because in villages nowadays there are so many kinds of problems, because our villages or village people are neither completely educated nor completely uneducated. That's why such, let's say, by education also in between position. That's why our villages cannot grow up well.
Still there are
Yes.
superstitions.
So many, and basically youngsters students they come after completing their villages with a dream to serve in the villages, but they can't get such type of environment.
environment in the field. Let's talk about overall education condition of our Nepal, sir, in context of Nepal, sir. Where is education condition of our Nepal, sir?
Okay, nowadays positive thing is education is our approach to education is, let's say, easy approach. Say there are let's say teachers available, there are schools available, and even poor people can have approach for education because there are, let's say, scholarships, different schemes from different institutions, let's say from government side.
Can we say
And
only
so-
quantity is expanded, quality is not expanded? If we talk
Yes.
about the quality of education system in Nepal,
Exactly. If we talk about quality is also, let's say, growing.
but not satisfactory,
Yes,
you can say.
not satisfactory because it is very, let's say, deeper thing
Yeah.
because
Hey everyone. Thank you for
country,
listening. I hope you
let's say developing country
do me a
and a
favor,
small
give
country,
this video a thumbs up.
let's say Nepal,
Be sure
or
to
such
subscribe
country
to get more music like
has
this.
to face many problems. And-
Can we say, sir, the education system of Nepal, education condition of Nepal, we can say, only that is theoretical, that is not practical. Can we say so?
Exactly. First of all, there is lack of management of human resource, and we generally Nepalese students or Nepalese people study, let's say, or we take subject, but we don't have objectives. We join our, let's say, bachelor's, master's, but we don't have, let's say, our aim. Why we are reading that subject? And nowadays, let's say, subject selection. Parents accept one thing, and their, let's say,
Intention of students are
Oh,
different.
Yes, student interest is in different subjects. Sometimes it
So
also
there is
creates
misunderstanding between teachers and the guardian, we can say. Yeah, students, we can say.
exactly. See, parents do have very big expectations. Every parents think, oh, my son or my daughter should become a doctor. But there are rare parents who say, oh, my, let's say, daughter, my, let's say, son would become the person, let's say, in which field he is or she is interested. In that way, our society, let's say, should think.
That's very nice, sir. And it should be one of the major issues in our society where we can see there are misunderstanding among students and the guardians.
Exactly.
The guardians wants one thing and the students wants another things. The children wants another thing. There is gap, we can say.
Exactly. We are, let's say, providing education forcefully.
So, what would you like to say to those guardians
Thank you for
who
listening.
are
I hope
keeping
you
gap between their children's interest?
Okay, not only to guardians,
Right.
but we teachers, guardians, and those, let's say, students, and even stakeholders of education of our nation should pay attention towards whole education system. And basically, student interest is important here. In which field you or she does can do well,
Well, we
Yes.
we have to also see their ability also.
ability also.
I doubt
And
that student can do. or
next
not.
important thing is education should serve the society, but our education system is not able to serve the society. For example, skill-based education should be there. We have certificates of masters, bachelors, but we have no skills.
Can we say that there is weaknesses in our curriculum of our Nepal government?
Exactly, there are so many problems. So many problems.
Or who is responsible for that, sir? Our educationists, teachers, guardians, who can to whom we can blame for that one, sir?
Till now, let's say all stakeholders, there is problem from let's say from the side of all stakeholders. But now onwards, it should be changed. And for example, there is a CTVT in Nepal. But CTVT, its let's say main objective is to train the people, and in the villages there should be CTVT programs. But what CTVT did is, it, let's say, it is not my blame, but what I feel is CTVT basically worked for and has been working for the interest of, let's say, great
Hey, everyone.
businessmen,
Thank you for listening.
or let's say people who want to earn money. And nowadays CTVT has given, let's say, some programs to government schools too. However, most of the programs, let's say, have been running in let's say city areas, and basically in privatization, in private institutions. And what is its effect is, poor people, village people, they their approach, those institutions were not in their approach.
Really, you are an English teacher, sir, English lecturer, sir. And what is the condition of English in context of Nepal, sir, in comparison to other countries? The English is spoken globally. It is an international language, we can say.
Exactly,
But what is the
exactly.
condition of English in our society, sir?
As you say, it's the age of globalization. In globalization, this
Hey, everyone.
whole world
Thank you for
is
listening. I hope you're
a
enjoying
single
it.
village.
Yeah.
Do me a favor and give this video a
Basically,
thumbs up.
English language is a means, and this English language is associated with trade and technology. And due to this we say nowadays globalization. And in this course, in context of Nepal, English readers are increasing, English speakers are increasing. Regarding English, this is simply a language. If we get environment, we all can learn.
So how can we create that exposure, that environment of English? So it is rather complicated in our society.
Exactly. See, but this is not our mother language.
Yeah.
Mother, let's say, this is we are
Using as a second
learner.
language. Yeah.
Yes, second language learner. That's why what I feel is, in Nepal, condition of English as language is satisfactory. And Nepalese student, even in foreign countries, are doing well. However, again said, we teachers, even students, have to labor hard, because English in the sector of competition and English in our syllabus is little bit different. In competition sector, it is quite hard, and in our syllabus, it is little bit comparatively easy. That's why there should be a kind of harmony. I think so.
That's nice. No? And if we compare the lifestyle of we people and the lifestyle of other people, suppose in KTM, the language of their speaking is become English. Sir.
Exactly.
They try to give the message in English most of the time. But in province number 7, or we can say in our society, that is different then.
Do me a favor.
Exactly. In comparison to Kathmandu, that capital city, we are little bit
Backward, we
let's say little bit back. But positive thing is we are also competing
with them.
yes with them. That's why this is positive thing, because we only talking about province number 7. When we see very deeply, there are other provinces which are, let's say,
Also like us.
or their condition is, let's say, again worse than us. That's why it is positive thing. People are doing well.
We are in the process, we can say.
Yes, because this is province number 7, state that our nation or rulers always, let's say, kept it aside. It is very away from the eyes of those rulers. No regime, let's say, took, let's say, this area seriously, and only this area, basically province number 7, was just means to win election, and just it is a matter to try slogans, but people could not take this, let's say, area seriously. However, nowadays people are raising their voice, and we are in course of development, and slowly and gradually we are changing. That is positive.
Okay, sir. You are engaged in Niketan, sir.
Yes.
And Sri Niketan is one of the leading institutions in province number 7.
Exactly.
Not only in province number 7, nationally and internationally, it has been recognized. How do you feel being a part of Sri Niketan, sir?
Also, be sure to subscribe.
I'm very happy. I've already told you. I left, or let's say resigned, my government school, that teaching job. However, it was not permanent. I joined Aishwarya Vidya Niketan in 2065, and environment in the school is very nice, and it is very, let's say, big organization also.
It is a brand, we can say.
Yes, Aishwarya Vidya Niketan in the sector of education is exactly a brand. Everyone knows AVN, and nowadays we have so many students from AVN, and nationwide it has been recognized, and its results are quite nice.
Hey everyone.
And being a very big that institution, it is systematically running.
Okay, you have given a responsibility of plus 2 day coordinator, right?
What-
So
what
what
is
I think new subject is kept in plus 2 level. What is that? So if you could tell to
Exactly.
our audience, to our
Yes.
students and teachers, it
This
can be
year,
there for them.
this year we have launched hotel management in 11th and 12th class. It is, you see, society's demand. That's why what students need, we have to launch that kind of programs. So from this year, we have also launched hotel management classes.
So who can take hotel management classes for this type of students?
It
So
is,
for GPA, we have the GPA system of our grading system. Then how many grades should be there
Yes,
to
yes.
study hotel management?
Exactly. It is just like management. For management, 5 compulsory subjects. In 5 compulsory subjects, student should secure D plus.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
And here,
Do me a favor.
for hotel management, only 4 subjects: English, Math, Nepali, Social. They should have D plus. They can study, and students, those who have interest in hotel management, they can study this.
Sir, we are at the end of our program, sir. And what message would you like to leave to the teachers, students, and guardians who are watching our video through our epical music and entertainment channels?
I want to say is we have to work honestly. Suppose I'm a teacher, I should become a teacher. And from one side, one should do well. If we work honestly, then everywhere there is improvement. That's why
We have to wait and see. We have to be patient.
exactly. And for change, we need time, and slowly and gradually things go on changing. And honesty, diligence, such thing
Hey everyone.
matters.
Thank you for listening. I hope
That's
you
why
enjoyed it. Do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Also,
any teacher shouldn't be guided
subscribe to more music.
by any ideology while working. Let's say in our workplaces, we should present ourselves being very objective. We should leave our, let's say, biases, ideologies, and different other interests very often. It means if we can become, let's say, professional, and we can do well in our sector.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable time, sir.
Okay,
And wishing you for the best of luck for your coming time, sir.
thank you so much. You provided me to express my views, and I wish good luck for you and your institution.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Today we have discussed with our special guest in our special talks program, and he is Mr. Narayan Awasthi, an English lecturer, plus 2 morning coordinator of Aishwarya Vidya Niketan. Thank you everyone for watching our video, and I would like to give thanks to Mr. Anil and Ashok for their technical support. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to our channel. Thank you. See you.